Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the CTV update for Wednesday, August 14th. Wow. Anything special happened this weekend? Like what? And look, I'm sorry I didn't get to the live broadcast. I didn't realize the final tee-off times were going off at 2:30, and I forgot that we don't have a cut down. Previous years when we used to do this, we'd have a 3-day for everybody, and there'd be a cut down, and then the last day would be kind of everybody be going off by 1 o'clock. So they'd be coming in 5:30, 6 o'clock. It was great, but I had made commitments later on in that evening. I couldn't make it, but I tell you what, I made up for it today. We got 3 great interviews, 2 of them, one with Emma and one with Josh. So you're going to get to hear their play-by-play, probably better than what you would have seen on the screen anyway. So that's great. Guys, what a club championship we had. So many surprises. Let's do a little recap. Just a brief recap because I have a great interviews with both our champions.
Yeah, John, it was an amazing weekend. Unfortunately, we were hit with a little bit of weather on Friday, so the men's and women's open flight round 1 was canceled due to rain. However, we made it into a 36-hole event. Spectacular day on Saturday. Everyone was out. Everyone was playing the course. Despite the rain we had on Friday, the course was playing so well, so many great comments. So thank you to Joel and his crew for doing a spectacular job getting the course ready. We had a lot of drama. We had a lot of drama in all divisions. We had a spectacular final few holes, certainly from the women's flights, from the men's flights. And I don't know if you want to go over the results now.
Yeah, go ahead, because I didn't interview anybody else other than Emma and Josh.
We had our young star, Josh Marcotte, win in a spectacular fashion, birdie in the last hole. So Josh Marcotte is our men's champion. Also was our junior boys champion this year. Also was our low qualifier for the intersectionals this year. Josh has had an amazing year. In the women's division, we had a great showing from Emma Stodell. This is her first win. Shot great 2 rounds and held off a charging Erica at the end. And Emma, we're so proud of you as well for winning the Women's Open.
That's great. Yeah, they're really good. You got any recap comments?
It was really intriguing. Great close competition. I mean, a few shots that really stand out. I'm sure everyone's seen on social media. We got a great video of Josh in a tiger-like fist pump making birdie on 18. I had a great opportunity to go out and see some of the players. Emma was just rock steady, complete par machine through 11 or 12 holes, and on both sides, the men and the women, you can really see, the back 9, right? So many swing holes, opportunities for, maybe some bogeys. We saw some doubles. It really was dramatic. And Emma, she may have mentioned in the video, I don't want to steal all her thunder, but she didn't know the score standing, right? She stayed in the moment, shot by shot, and I watched her hit it a little bit right on 17. Tee shot was okay, maybe not as far as she would have liked. Hit it in the right greenside bunker. Pin was on top, small little landing area. The bunkers were wet. They were draining well, the greenside bunkers, but still more challenging to hit that shot, and that could have gone anywhere. And she hit it up to about 7-8 feet, and at that moment I knew it was really Emma's trophy, and we've got a couple of new cars in the parking lot spots, right? And a special shout out as well to our President's Cup. I know Tyler will go through some of the leaders, but special mention to Adam Lee. He was unbelievable. He was in the 70s, 16 handicap. He was sneaking around almost close to 74 or 5. I believe he was 76 or so on the last day. Tremendous net performance from Adam.
Wow. Yeah, and I feel bad about the President's Cup because it kind of gets lost. It used to be a major championship. I've mentioned this before. I'm hoping one day it becomes its own tournament because it was a lot of fun to compete in. Mention that we have some interviews. I know it's a long video today, but we'll tag everything so you can jump around, but you don't want to miss these interviews. Our first interview is with Emma. Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Emma Stodell, our new ladies champion at Carleton. First of all, Emma, congratulations on your victory. And I got to tell you, I don't know if you know this or not, you may. Did you know that since the year 2000, 23 years, 24 years, there's only been 3 women champions? There was Bonnie Wolf, there was Lise Dubenville, and there was Erica Chamberlain, who used to be called Erica Godwin before she was married. And now we have a 4th. Congratulations. You broke through that wall. How do you feel today about all that?
Oh, I'm over the moon. It was a really great weekend of competition. I mean, it's always amazing to play with Erica. And we had a fun group. Sadly, it was a very small field this year with just the 3 of us due to injuries and various other reasons why some of our other top women players couldn't play. But great weekend, and I am still buzzing from the weekend.
Hey, well, let's take us through that weekend. You show up Friday, it's pouring rain. Were you disappointed you couldn't go out?
Yes and no. I definitely wasn't sad to miss 4 hours of standing in the rain and trudging through puddles. But it's always a shame when we have to cancel events because of the weather. Joel worked so hard to get the course into great condition, and Tyler and his team worked so hard to put on these events. So it's always a shame when things have to be cut short or canceled.
Well, take us through Saturday's round. You come Saturday to first round. Were you playing with Eric at that time, or were you in another group? You were.
Yeah.
So take us through that round and how that went for you on Saturday, and we'll then go through Sunday's round.
I mean, my approach always to golf is I just want to show up. If I can play around my handicap, I'm happy. I don't keep track of how I'm doing in relation to other people. I very much play my own game, take one shot at a time, and never know where I am until I add up the scores once I'm off the 18th green and know where we stand. So I knew that I was playing around my handicap. I was happy with how I was hitting the ball, and and then was pleased that leaving the course Saturday, I had the lead. But I mean, we're only halfway through the competition at that stage, so anything can happen. It is golf after all.
You show up on Sunday. You're in the lead. You're leading the great Erica Chamberlain. Okay, take us through that Sunday round. Then I've got a few more questions to ask you about the round as well. So, what happened?
I mean, so I've played sport all my life. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none when it comes to sport. But I love competition. I always say that I play my best golf when I'm playing for a reason. And so showed up for sure. The nerves were going for sure, but I embraced it. I have a PhD in sports psychology, so this is not an unusual feeling for me or a lack of understanding of what's going on and how to manage it. And I showed up early because Pete was playing a couple of rounds ahead of me. Just wandered down to the halfway house. So got a nice walk, got to chill out a little bit. And again, just on the first tee, I'm like, I can only do what I can do, play around my handicap, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so you've answered my next question already.
Yeah.
What do you feel the most pressure? Like, okay, you got it going down the back 9, the last 9, and you're going, hey, yeah, I might have a chance to win this thing. Yeah. How do you, as a sports psychologist, how do you deal with that pressure?
Yeah. So I would say that, so again, I had no idea how I stood in relation to Erica. I didn't keep track of how I was doing against her in the round, and but knew that I was hanging in there. I was still around her, hadn't let her run away with anything. And I just on 15th I didn't hit a good tee shot and recognized that I was just feeling a little bit tight. And I'm like, you're hitting the ball well. You don't have to protect anything. Just keep playing your game, keep going, relax. And I think because I'd started to feel a bit tense from about the 14th or 15th hole, by the time I got on the 18th hole, I was comfortable playing with the nerves and the jitters, and just hit 3 good shots to get me onto the green at 18. And yeah, sunk the final putt. Still had no idea where I was, how I'd done, where we were all, where we were standing in the match.
Well, it's not a strategy like, because I know I played in events like that and I feel the pressure. So your strategy is basically one shot at a time and don't worry about where you stand. Just play your game. Is that basically how you approach it?
Yeah, and I can't control how other people play. The only person that I can control is myself. And I have a pre-shot routine. Key thing is to just make sure you stick to that, follow that, and it will be what it can be. I mean, I didn't have any pressure. No one expected me to win other than Pete. And I love competition. It's gets me excited. I love going out, and it's a great group of women. It's a fun group. I think we're all very supportive of each other, and so it's fun.
Hey, I'm not sure this next question makes any sense now, because my next question was going to be, looking back on this, was there one hole that you said, "Hey, I'm going to win this thing. I've got, I got a real chance here," but you weren't keeping.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely times when I'm like, "Oh, this could happen," but immediately I'm like, that is not the way to be thinking. Like, that's outcome thinking. Bring it back. It's one shot at a time. It's not done until it's done. And after I'd hit my third shot onto the green at 18, Erica turned around and she said, "You can probably breathe a sigh of relief now." And I'm like, "No, I can't. No, I can't. Not until not until that last putt's hold, and then I'll breathe." And
so that's when you just felt it's over.
Yeah, and I must say I had a long putt on 18 as my first putt, and luckily for my nerves and stress level, I hit it pretty close. So the last putt was just a 1-footer that was nice. That was definitely better than having to stand over with a knee knocker of 4 or 5 foot putt.
Well, so, Emma, you've had a busy summer. You had the women's intersectional. You've had the club championship. Are there any tournaments you entered this year, or is that basically what you've done so far this year? Or are you planning on going in any others?
Well, we have senior intersectionals coming up in September 3rd. And then next Monday, I'm playing in the Ethel Ferguson, which is a women's event in recognition of the women who have contributed to the club. So every year, the Ladies Association, now the Women's Committee, choose 3 members who have given back as volunteers to the club, and they go to the Ethel Ferguson. So this year, I was selected as one of the 3 women, along with Grace Strasher and Ann Dorkin, and we'll be heading out to Mississippi on Monday for that event. So that should be fun.
That's Monday, you said?
Sorry?
This Monday coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Okay.
And then on Monday of this week, we played in the Pro Lady. So Laura Tracy and I partnered with Fergus, and so we played the Pro Lady up at Locknotch and shot a blinding 13 under, and we won that. So that was another fun event.
Congratulations on that.
A lot less stressful playing a scramble.
Well, you know what? Always after a club championship, the next round after feels like a vacation. I don't care what you say. It's nerve wracking when you're at that CC. So I understand.
Yeah,
I understand
sure.
how that feels.
Yeah. And if you didn't feel nervous, then I'd be worried. Like if I wasn't nervous, I'd be worried that I didn't care enough about it. And and it's all about harnessing those nerves and then managing them. And I remember Terry Orlick once saying, he's a big Canadian sports psychology consultant, and he always said, you need butterflies, but you need them flying in formation.
Oh, what a great thing. Oh, that's
yeah.
Well, I don't want to put any pressure on you, because I didn't mention one woman who dominated Carleton for 14 years. Her name is Linda Stevenson. I never had a chance to meet her. She won the club championship 13 times in a row. I don't want to put pressure on you, but maybe you're going to start a dynasty as well. So I wish you the best of luck and congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma. Wow. First of all, I think I knew, but I couldn't remember that Emma was a sports psychologist. What great advice. But even a sports psychologist felt she had nerves to overcome. But what great advice to stay in the moment, shot by shot. She didn't even know her score. She wasn't worried about it. She was just, trying to allay things and concentrating on her shot. And then you could see when she said, on 18, I had that long putt. I was a little bit worried about it. And I put it close, and then I knew I had it at that point. Wow. What a great performance by her. And I had mentioned in the video, and I'll mention it again now, she is only the 4th women champion since the year 2000. Think about that. 8 for Bonnie Wolf, 8 for Lise Jubenville, 8 for Erica Chamberlain, who was Erica Godwin before. And before that, our longest serving champion, Linda Stevenson, 14 championships, 13 in a row. So, I mean, it's been dominated by a few ladies, and now Emma's broken through, which is really, really good. Well, gentlemen, I had an interview with Josh Marcotte. Let's listen to that now. Morning, I'm here with Josh Marcotte, our new men's league champion, and congratulations on your victory this weekend. It was, although shortened, certainly in a very impressive victory and in very impressive style. We'll go through that in a minute. Josh, how do you feel about your victory? Like you must be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, feeling pretty great. Rolling in today into the parking spot. Great feeling.
Yeah.
So, honestly, just everything was great. Worked out well over the weekend, and now, things are good. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the parking spot. So you've already said
that's definitely the best part.
You kicked Elliot out pretty quick there. That's pretty good. So, it was supposed to be a 3-round event. You got a note on Friday saying it's canceled, and with good reason. I mean, there was puddles on 18, and it was terrible. So Saturday you come out. Can you take us through your round on Saturday? Like just the highlights of how you felt. You kept going and.
Saturday I shot 2 under. To be completely honest, I only remember like the back 9.
Okay.
I know on the front 9 I was kind of in contention a little bit, and then I fumbled on the back end of the front, and then I picked it up on the back 9. I think I birdied 3 holes and had a lot of birdie looks, so I took advantage on the back 9, and then came in 3 under on the backside to shoot 2 under that round and put myself in a good position going into Saturday.
So the 3 of you were tied at 2 under, is that correct? Yeah. So you, Shane, and Jared. Yeah. Going in, one more round to go. Jared, a former club champion, a lot of pressure. You and Shane trying to break through. And so you start Sunday's round. Once again, probably the back 9 was important for you, but take us through that as well.
So Sunday, getting out there, I was a little bit nervous on the first tee, and then, but I hit a great shot, so that kind of got my feet under me going into the round, and I actually stuck a dart on the first hole to pretty much a foot and tapped in for birdie, and then after that my nerves were gone. But obviously I knew Shane and Jerry were going to come back and play really well, and that was going to force me to have to hit good shots as well. So I was nervous because I knew they were going to play well and I'm going to have to keep up my play, but my nerves were settled after the first hole.
Okay, so you get to 15. You're actually down. I think you were down too.
I was down for a while, actually. After 11, by the way, Shane was hitting the ball unbelievable, so I got to just shout him out for that. And hole 11, he actually made a birdie and was 3 under par for the round, I believe.
Yeah.
And he was 3 up on me. And he actually put himself in a great position on 12 to go 4 up because I hit it into the trees. And we ended up coming out of there par, and then moving on to 13, he opens the door for me, and I got one back, and then that's kind of when I knew I could come back and win this.
Right. So on 13, did he par that hole or did he bogey that?
He bogeyed it.
He bogeyed it.
Yeah.
So he went down to 2, and you went from even to -1 on 13. Is that correct?
No, actually, I made par there. So
Par. Okay, so you're still even.
I was still even par for the round.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get to 14. He's still
Yeah.
up by 2.
Yeah, he's still up by 2. This is probably the best opportunity I have to go and make a birdie or an eagle and really jump up the leaderboard or make some separation. And I failed to do that. I put it in the water.
Oh
And,
no! Oh no!
On the left side.
Oh
so
no!
that wasn't the best moment of the round for sure. But I mean, Shane, unfortunately, he went up there and he followed me and put it in the water as well, but on the right side. So that's when the door was still open and I scrapped out a par and he made bogey, and that's when I knew I can still come back.
Okay, you down 1 now.
Now down 1, going on to 15. Yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of a turning point. That hole, was it not? The 14 looked like a turning point, but 15
Yeah.
also.
I'd say 14 was the I had to make a long putt to
To get your par.
to get my par, right? And when I made that putt, I knew that was going to be the biggest hole going into the last 4.
Okay.
For me to compete.
So on 15, he bogeys.
He actually makes a double bogey.
A double
because
bogey.
He hits it in the water. I had the first tee shot again,
Yeah.
and this time I was fortunate enough to hit a great drive down there into the fairway and put the pressure on. And unfortunately, he caught the water on straight away.
Yeah. So now you're up 1 going to 16.
Yeah, I'm up 1 going into 16. Hit a great drive, hit the fairway, and then just absolutely lay the sod over the second one and make a bogey, unfortunately. So we're even going into 17, which is what I think is the hardest hole on the course.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit nerve-wracking going.
Where
into
was the
that.
pin on 17 that day?
I believe it was a back
Pin?
right.
Back right.
yeah.
So it's a deep pin. And
It
you
was.
both parred that.
Yeah, we both came out with pars. Honestly, some pretty gutsy pars. I was putting through a lot of fringe, which can be unpredictable here, and Shane had like a 60-foot 2-putt, which was just unbelievable to watch. And, and then we went up onto 18, and we hit identical drives 5 yards from each other, and then we just played the hole up from there.
Okay, so your drive's good. You're both tied.
Yeah.
Did you put your second on the green?
Yes. No. So I did not. I can't hit it that far. But we get to our balls, our second shots on 18, and I'm, he's maybe a little bit before me, or ahead of me, which is a good thing because I wanted to put the pressure on and hit first. And I hit my second shot into the fairway. I had 50 yards in after that, and then he found the rough, and that's when the door was like really open for me to go and put the pressure on, because once again I'd be hitting my third shot before he would.
So he's got a 50-yard shot. You've got a 50-yard shot coming in. Where did you put the third shot?
I hit to 5 or 6 feet.
5 or 6 feet. And
Just below the hole, yeah.
Where did he put his?
He had about a 12 to 15 footer straight up the hill.
Okay. All right. This is for the club championship. You got a 5-foot putt to win it, right? Because he missed his putt.
Yeah.
How did you deal with the pressure of making that putt? You seem so cool. You seem so, like it's just rolling off your back right now. What do you do to steady your nerves over that 5-footer?
To be completely honest, I knew I was going to have that putt coming into the round, like at the end of the round. I knew it was going to be a back left pin, just based off the way the pins rotate every day, going from like middle front back and then back front middle, and so on. And so I knew it was either going to be on the left or right side, but it was actually in the middle. So just from playing here 1,000 times, I just know the breaks of the green, and I knew it was going to be a fairly straight putt. So I just wanted to put a confident stroke and hit it hard.
Were you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, walking up, I was nervous because there was a lot of people. So I just tried to bury my head in the ground and not look at anyone, and because I didn't want to make eye contact and then get nervous, right? So.
Unbelievable.
I just stared at the ground walking up and then marked my ball.
Like normal people would be shaking in their boots trying to over that 5. I'd be shaking on making that putt. You didn't feel that. You just focused everything out. You focused on what you had to do. Yeah. When did you feel that there were? I guess we talked a little bit about this, but there was a turning point. Looking back on this, what did you feel the turning point was in this?
I was at the beginning of the last 6 holes, so like 13 and 14, and that's probably my that stretch of holes I would say is the best part of my game and why I saved some of my rounds, because I can go low on those last 6 and coming into those, seeing the opportunity that was given to me based off what Shane had done on 13, I knew that was going to be the biggest turning point of the round.
Wow. I just want to ask you a question. I mean, most of us go out and play golf. We're not hitting the ball the way we want to. We try to make adjustments. What do you do when you're saying, geez, this is not feeling right? Do you make adjustments during the round, or how do you compensate for that?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what I do on the range, I don't really look at what I do on the range as like an indicator of how the round's going to go. I just like stick to what I would normally do, and then if that's not working, I'll just, like, let's say I'm hitting a draw, like, you know, 5 or 6 days out of the week, and on the 7th day I'm fading, and I'm just going to hit the fade and work with that. And then if that's really not going well, then I'm just going to try and feel one, like, swing thing that I've learned from before that's given me success, and just try to stick
So
to that.
you have a go-to shot when things aren't going there.
Definitely, yeah.
Listen, I got to tell you, you're a great champion.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's a tough group. You had a tough group. Like you had Elliot, you had Jared, you had Aiden, you had all those guys that are all over Shane, of course, obviously. And you guys are going to be fighting it out for the next so many years. It's going to be wonderful to watch. Yeah. But you got the parking spot, and you got the trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my
John.
friend. Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been great. Glad to be here. So,
yeah. Great stuff. Thank you. Gosh, I'm listening to Josh, and I'm trying to find out when he gets nervous. You know what he told me? He said, I was more nervous for this interview than I was for that 5-foot putt that I sunk. Do you believe that? I mean, I would be shaking on that hole. My hands wouldn't be steady. I mean, this guy, nerves do not bother him. It's just water off a duck. This guy is just so cool under pressure. And what a great tournament. Having to birdie the final hole to win it. I talked to Jared earlier. Jared thought he could put some pressure, just missed an eagle putt on number 18. He would have put a little pressure on him, but wow, what a tournament. And we have a great champion in Josh, so that's great. PGA Ottawa Ladies Pro Lady event. Who wants to talk to that?
Well, I was there, so I can talk to that. This past Monday, we were treated to an amazing day over at Loch Marsh. We had 2 teams that we brought that was representing Carleton there. So I had a team, and my team was done through the qualifier that all the different ladies leagues put on, and so I hosted a team. It was a great team. It was Karen Baker, Jan Wilby, and Lynn Leash. We had so much fun together. We finished at 5 under par, and then our second team, where we had Fergus bringing a team of Laura Knowles, Emma Stodell, and our president, Tracy McNairn. Well, wouldn't you know, they go out there, they shoot lights out, they finish 13 under par,
wow,
and they won the event. So congratulations, such a great event. You've probably seen it on social media now. They were so excited.
What a weekend for Emma. She wins the club championship, and then she goes out and wins the Pro Ladies. Well, that's great for her. You know, I talked to her a bit about that. I said it must have been like a vacation going out to that Pro Ladies event after the CC, because, you know, your nerves are just shaking and on the club championship, and then the next day you're going, it's over. Yeah. We also had another big tourney yesterday. Our RBC champions went out to Equinel, and I think you accompanied them out there. How did we do?
It was eventful as well. Interesting lead into the event. We had Matt Walsh, Joe Laird, and then I got a call from Matt on the weekend on Sunday that unfortunately Jack Hounce had an injury. So he's supposed to play, and unfortunately we knew not be able to. They had a guest as well, Ryan, in the group, so we're gearing up, making our plans, arrangements to get down, and we had to find a replacement. So we went to the second place team, had to actually find a replacement that fit a specific handicap range, and we found a veteran.
Okay.
And in came Gary Chamberlain, who has played in the regionals a few times, hasn't quite qualified for Cabot, and real close. Team had a blast. We were 27 on the front nine. We were tied for the low gross score of the day, but it was one best net. So we finished third with a score of 15 under par, 57. Believe it or not, that wasn't quite good enough. But we had a great time. A few eagles out there, and you always want a couple of shots back, but pretty neat to finish third out of 20 teams.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I believe 57 would win after what happened to us here, like 49 won here. So, yeah, I believe that. Okay. Something happening here next week. Canadian Mid-Amateur.
That's next week?
Yes, next week, guys. I hope you're ready. By the way, we're going to be doing an interview next week. We're going to be doing a little later on Wednesday, but you'll still get it Thursday morning. So we are going to be doing something to, hopefully we'll have some interviews too. I'm hoping to get some. Anyway, let's start with you on, first of all, what we need and how we're going to, and the fund that is associated with it.
For sure. Well, really, it's going to kick off on Friday. Golf Canada is on site, and they're going to start setting up their office. We've got a few players playing an extra round on Sunday, very late in the day. Right, they're excited to come and gear up and play an extra practice round, and it's all coming together. We're absolutely ready, and the weather for the tournament week, knock on wood, looks fantastic. Might get a little bit of rain, hopefully not too much on the few days prior, but we're very optimistic the course will show beautifully. And leading in the last couple of items to tie up, we do need 2 caddies as of Thursday this week.
What type of caddies do you need? Like 4 caddies, right? Or are you needing real caddies?
No, they're actually player caddies. So you'll be
okay.
with a specific player if you can on Monday, but primarily from Tuesday till Friday. Okay. I'm sure with our local caddies that'll guarantee the players will make the cut. So we'll need you for Tuesday right through till Friday.
Okay.
And then lastly, I know this just a reiteration of a very positive message and opportunity. There is a chance for personal as well as local business donations. We will be accepting those right through the week, even after the tournament. You can still support amateur sport in Canada, support local grassroots golf. It goes to a really good place, helps some local juniors, and it will go back into the event as well, just to escalate some aspects for the players. 90% goes back to Carleton, so please continue to consider making a donation.
Sir, are you all ready for this next week?
We're ready, John.
What is your role? Like, what are you guys going to be doing? Like, you're going to be busy, I know that, but are you just like hosts, or are you going to be obviously, it's like inviting someone into your house and they're cooking for you. You got to show them where all the stuff is, right?
So John, if you look at my desk, I have about 8 different hats right now, because that's what Cameron and I are going to be doing. We're going to be jacks of all trades.
Right.
We're going to be helping with pretty well every aspect. Cameron a little bit more for clubhouse, me with golf ops. But we're making sure that the experience for all the players is seamless, is spectacular. We're going to be, certainly offering a great selection of merchandise for the members, souvenirs and whatnot. We have some great gift bags that are going to be going out to all the members or to all the players. We're making sure that the driving range is always going to be fully stacked, side range, all of those things, like all the golf ops. We're here for that. Cameron has a lot of clubhouse stuff looking after as well, so F&B, with Chelsea and her team. So we're just making sure everything runs smoothly. Yeah.
That's great.
And one quick last note on the support opportunities. If you're not able to go on, more comfortable perhaps providing a check to donate rather than clicking through the online link, please bring that into the main office or Tyler's office. I'm sure he'll accept that as well.
Thank you very much. And listen, it's important that we support the event as best way we can. And even if you aren't going to be here, remember, keep the course clean for them, fill in divots, fix ball marks, wherever you go. I'm seeing fewer and fewer of them, thankfully. But, you know, Joel and his team have worked so hard to keep this course, get it up to speed for these guys. And that's great. I'll tell you, the next few days, if it's anything like yesterday, those pins are like 3 paces off the edge of the green. Like, unbelievable. I played the greens yesterday. I think I shot 91. I couldn't find a pin. Like, it had me 3 putting and then go off the green and then come back. Oh, God.
Joel's getting ready for his superintendent's revenge.
Yeah.
Testing out some pin spots.
Yeah, well, it's been superintendent's revenge every day this week. And so, wow. Speaking of the mid-amateur, we have an amateur in there, our own Jared Coyle. And I had an opportunity today to interview him. Great interview. And I hope, well, let's listen to the interview.
Perfect.
Okay, everybody. I'm here with Jared Coyle, who next week is going to be representing Carleton in the mid-amateur tournament here. We're very, very proud. Congratulations for qualifying for this, Jared. You must be feeling really good about that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited.
Yeah. Now, Jared, you've had a busy summer. I know you were you won one of the U.S. amateur qualifiers to go qualify later. You've obviously the intersectional team. You've had the club championship. Now the mid-amateur. Take us through. What other things have you been doing? I know you were in other tournaments. Take us through your summer so far.
Yeah. So there was. I played like Flagstick Open in May at Equinel, and then there was the USAM qualifier the local qualifier that I got through, and then I had the final qualifier for that. Ended up missing that by 2.
Oh no! Oh, too bad.
Yeah, shot even, and it was 2 under to get through. And then intersectionals. I did a U.S. Mid-Am qualifier last week and missed that by 3.
Oh, dear.
Had Aiden caddy for me for that one, so just blame it on the caddy for
got it.
Yeah, and then excited for this coming up.
Yeah. Just coming off the club championship, you came close this year. I heard you had just missed an eagle putt on 18 that would have taken you to tied with him at the time. How did that work out? Like, take us through those roles.
Yeah, I knew I needed some birdies coming in because I got off to a pretty terrible start. I was not playing very well. A few too many bogeys, a double on 9. And then, I just couldn't get anything to go in. Like, I had birdie looks on 13, 15, 16, and just couldn't put any of them in. So I figured I needed something. And then I knew an eagle would on 18 would force one of them to make a birdie to win. And I had a pretty good shot in, but Aiden was telling me after it just got the upslope of the green on 18, or else it would have, like, just short of the green, or else it probably would have chased back. But
yeah, well,
but it was a long putt.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, you were there. It was just had that gone in, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It turned out because Josh made a birdie on 18 anyway, but still, it would have forced him maybe for a little bit extra pressure. Okay,
goal.
Mid-amateur next week.
Yeah.
It's your home course. You feel any extra pressure because of that?
Not really extra pressure. I'm looking forward to. I feel like it gives me a bit of an advantage for sure, but yeah,
because so many people are going to be pulling for you. You know how it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like when Brooke Henderson plays at the Hunt, everybody's out there. They're cheering for her, and she feels like she has to do well. And we're going to be the same way with you. So it's I'm just wondering if you're feeling that little extra pressure because it is your home course. Uh, how do you prepare for? Did you prepare? Do you prepare any differently for this tournament than maybe other ones, or do you? What's your normal preparation for a big tournament like this?
Well, I'm gonna try to get out definitely a few times this week and putt because that was my weak spot last weekend in club championships was just not making anything. But yeah, usually in general when I'm going to like a different tournament, I mean most of the time it's at a course that I've never played before. So it's kind of the same thing I'm planning on for now. Like I usually just try to get out on the putting green a lot because like I know how most of the time I know how I'm gonna hit it. That's not really gonna change from course to course, but it's just trying to figure out green speeds and get comfortable on the greens. But this week I'm just gonna try to get more comfortable with my putting right now. See if I can roll a few in next week.
Well, when you're playing Carleton or even any other course, but especially Carleton, your home course, do you kind of have a game plan on how you're going to play each hole?
Yeah, I don't really like when I go to a different courses, I try to figure that out beforehand, before the practice round, kind of what I'm gonna want to do on each hole, and then I'll kind of confirm that in the practice round if I get to that hole and that makes sense. But here, I kind of play the same shots on every hole any day anyway, so I kind of play it the same way. Like I have certain clubs I'm comfortable hitting off every tee because I do it every day pretty much, right?
Right.
So
Okay,
probably
so
just stick to that.
you're going to stick to that regime
Yeah.
for this. And what are your expectations for this tournament? Where do you think you can finish here?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I mean, I just turned 25, so it's my first. I've never played in this event before, so I'm not quite sure what the competition's like. But I feel like if I play well out here, I should definitely be able to give myself a chance.
Okay, all right. Who's caddying for you this week?
I got Glenn on the bag.
Yeah, Glenn on the bag.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
daddy's on the bag. Okay, good
yeah.
stuff. Look, uh, I just want to say on behalf of all the club, we're really pulling for you. We wish you the best of luck. We hope you play really well.
Thank you.
And today, men's league, it's green teas. Are we starting
Yes.
up with 5 birdies again?
I'm gonna try. This green teas is just dry forever. I'm just trying to get it up as close to the green as I can.
Actually, there isn't much difference between the whites and the greens. They've really moved everything up to
Yeah.
serve the back parts. You're going to find the pin placements. If you didn't play yesterday, you're going to find the pin placements are like 3 feet from the edge of every.
Well, I played Monday and I'm like we got like 3 holes in and we're like, oh my God, like everything's like 2 paces off the edge of the green.
No.
Yeah. Like, oh, they must be trying to just save the more common locations.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to save the center of the greens. Anyway, listen, we wish you the best of luck. We're all pulling for you. Good luck this week, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. I wish Jared the best of luck, and please come out and support him. It's kind of like a mini Brooke Henderson going to Hunt Club during one of those big tournaments. Everybody's out there pulling for him, and so there is going to be a little extra pressure on him. But I'm sure Jared will handle that very, very well. And yeah, it's this course, so he's not sure how he's going to do, but he's been in a lot of big tournaments this year. So yeah, let's get out and support Jared. Okay, look, I heard something in your speech about next week about Pro Shop specials. I heard something. I heard it. What's happening?
Oh, yeah, no, certainly we're preparing for the Mid-Am. So everything Mid-Am related, we are certainly going to be putting on special and promotions. So from golf balls to gloves, if they need shoes, anything that a player might need to, whether they're traveling and maybe they forget something, we're going to have them covered. So we have lots of sales items out there, a lot of souvenir options out there. But we're also spoiling them with some great gifts as well. So every player is getting a Carleton gift package that they get on their first tee on their first day. So members can certainly take advantage of if you're around, if you're spectating, if you're at the club, come in, see our specials for the week. And yeah, they're for everybody.
That's great. Great news there. Okay, kitchen specials. I got a news flash. I talked to Sean today, okay? And Sean promised me when it gets cooler outside, he is going to put my chili nachos on that menu. Not this week, but he's going to do it. But I'll let you talk to what else is on that menu for this week.
Well, I will, John, and I think one of the things that you could consider is if you bring back the mustache from years ago, I think the odds of getting your chili nachos will be much, much greater.
I hate to tell you that. It's not me.
Really?
No. That is not me.
I talked to some other long-term members, and they thought that was
me,
you.
but it's not me. I don't think it's me anyway. I don't think I have red hair.
We might need to verify that. But go figure. Back to the specials. We talked about chicken Alfredo linguine last week. Maybe not the best pregame meal. Well, it's on the menu. Have that after you're around. It's on all through the week. Golden walnut salad with blue cheese and bacon and mixed greens. We have a beer battered pickerel and Hawaiian pepperoni or vegetarian pizza.
Oh. Okay, look, this picture is not me. I never owned a vest like that. I never was that thin. I weighed 260 pounds in the year 2000. This is not me. I never was this thin. So I know it's not me, but it does look like me. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, it does. Okay. Saturday. Hey, you ready? Are you ready? It's our white party, August 17th.
Yeah, we have about 130 signed up, which is tremendous. Members and a few guests. Big hole-in-one party is here. It's going to be a knockout. Cocktails on the patio, and then dinner will be inside. And can't miss the speeches of this one. And the theme, of course, we're encouraging everyone to wear white if they can. If you don't have the dynamite white pants, that's okay. Just wear as much white as you can. It's sure to be a great night.
Oh, that's great. Good stuff. And then
And sorry, I should mention we are, due to the arrangements to set up for the hole-in-one party, we'll be closing the patio at about 3 p.m. on Saturday. Please watch for that communication.
Okay, good. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much on Saturday. It doesn't look good right now. They're calling for a lot of rain, and because I have a Saturday tea time, and it'll be the last time I'll be playing here for the following Saturday, I guess. On August 26th, we have the aeration of the course. The course will be closed till 12 o'clock. It's also the day our senior men's intersectional team goes to Rockland. On September 3rd, the senior women's intersectional team, where are they playing this year? Smith Falls. Okay, so they're going down there, so that's good news. And we're already talking September, I know. September 7th, Saturday, the Quinn Hoffman. Now, let me ask you about the Quinn Hoffman. Is it going to be you can keep your tee times, or is there going to be block tee times for everybody?
Well, you know what? That's a great question. We're still talking about that. So in the past, we do try and block a set amount of times for participants in the Quinn Hoffman. But to allow for maximum participation, I know in the past we've allowed them, if you book outside of that time, then we'll still accept your score. But that's still in the talks. That's still in the works.
All right.
Yeah.
On September 8th, we have the Women's Solheim Cup.
Hey, the Solheim Cup, this is such a great event, and it was so unfortunate we had to cancel earlier in the season. So this is the rain date for the Solheim Cup. So anyone who was originally signed up back in June is automatically signed up again, but there's still lots of space, and we'd love to get this sold out, filled up the team. It's such a great event.
Also on September 8th, we got to learn to love it. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, the team's all ready. We've got a few last clinics, and some of our Learn to Love It members have been to one or two, so a great opportunity to sign up for the last clinic, which is included in their membership.
Gentlemen, it's been a long day here. Have you got anything, did we miss anything today, or did we cover everything pretty good?
I think we've covered a lot. I think it's a great update.
Well, enjoy this week. I know you enjoyed last week. Enjoy next week because One more thing I didn't mention. All the reciprocals have been made now.
They've been, thanks, John. Yeah, they've been finalized, and by the time you see this video, you will have received an email notification if you were given a reciprocal time. So thank you again to all the golf courses locally who've provided tee times for us, and yes, so they've all been set.
All right, everybody. I know it's a long video, but 3 great interviews today, and I hope you enjoyed. You can use the tag to stick around, just skip around things. And hey, until next week, everybody, play well,